Thank you. To ask the Scottish Government how it plans to revive the bus industry following a slump in passenger numbers during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Minister Jenny Gilruth.
Investing in the bus network to support long-term growth, providing over £2.1 billion for bus over the rest of this Parliament. We have extended free bus travel to children and young people under 22, and around half of Scotland's population is now eligible to travel anywhere in Scotland by bus for free. We are seeing more people travelling by bus since the pandemic, and I hope to see passenger numbers increase further. The sector faces a range of challenges currently, and I am convening the first meeting of the Industry Task Force later today to explore these issues and work together to find solutions.
Graham Simpson.
Well, thank the Minister for that answer. I asked her last week about the Network Support Plus grant, which is due to end on October the 9th. So the Minister has just 3 days left to save the bus industry. And if she doesn't extend that grant, we could see more than 200 jobs go, 50 routes across Scotland cancelled entirely, and in some areas, a cut in services of more than a third. CPT Scotland estimate it will cost £44.8 million to extend the grant for 6 months, and their modelling shows a potential underspend of £79 million for the concessionary travel scheme and £84.5 million for the under-22s scheme. The bus industry is teetering on the edge. The Scottish Government has the money, as I've just demonstrated, to act. So when will they?
Minister.
Well, I thank Mr Simpson for a supplementary question. I do believe I covered this in a bit of detail last week, and I am looking urgently at a range of options to provide further support to the bus industry. But I do have to remind him of the level of support we provide to the industry in Scotland is significantly greater than might be in other parts of the UK. So, for example, we budgeted £93.5 million from April this year to support the bus network as we recover from the pandemic. There's up to £20.5 million worth of net additional funding already provided to extend recovery funding to October. That's in addition to around £210 million that was already provided during the pandemic. We also have provided additionality in terms of the £25 million of funding in relation to bus priority measures. That's delivering funding to over 28 local authorities in Scotland. But I noted from Mr Simpson's question, he didn't identify some of the labour shortage questions that the sector is facing at this moment in time in relation to Brexit. And he also didn't identify any of the fuel cost charges that are really hampering some of our bus operators. So I look forward to meeting with operators this afternoon, noting some of the competencies that I've just addressed remain at the current time reserved.